Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paul, and I am a nerd, and you are here for the August 2018 virtual user group meeting for users of Worldox. It seems like just, 2 weeks ago we were doing this, Mary Jo? Yes. And I'm not going to ask Mary Jo if she knows why we're having this early, because I've asked her in the last 2 bugs we've done. I'm going on vacation and will not be available for the next 3 Mondays. And so we are having it now instead of at the end of the month. Hope that didn't throw anyone's schedule off too much, but here we are. Today we are talking about editing the profile screen. Mary Jo is going to take that topic. And I'm going to talk about searching your search results, narrowing in on what you're looking for when you haven't quite gotten there with what you searched for. Without any further ado, I will press a series of magic buttons that will take us to a place far, far away in a distant galaxy called Worldox, where Mary Jo will start by talking to you about editing the profile screen.
Wow, Paul. I didn't know it was going that far away.
I got that all in there, didn't I?
Yeah, good Star Wars reference.
Thank you.
Okay, so what we're doing here and what we're talking about is if you've accidentally profiled a document to the wrong matter or to the wrong client, or maybe you typed in the description incorrectly, or you need to change who the author was or the doc type, any of those things.
Categories, don't forget categories.
Oh yeah, categories. Maybe you forgot to add a category or you want to change the category. Anything you want to change and how you have profiled that document. So really all you have to do is navigate to wherever you stored that document to begin with. And so I'm just going to take this little partner demo here, and there is actually an edit profile button right up here on the toolbar, and as long as I'm highlighted on that particular document that I want to change, I can edit the profile. Now,
let me interject, Mary Jo. In GX4, most recent release, it comes out as edit metadata.
That's true. So you can, some people have changed their naming and icons back. In fact, I was at a firm just the other day, and someone had changed this to a skull, and somebody else had something else. There's all, you would not even believe the icons that are available that you can change these little things to. But she had went all crazy and had just the most unique icons ever. But that being aside, we have edit profile, or this could say edit metadata. That is correct. So if you click on that, and you can actually do that for multiple documents, I believe, but we're going to do one at a time. So here's my edit the profile, and all it does is re-bring up that screen so that then I can change anything that I want to change. Now, if I change the client or the matter, it's actually going to move the document from where it is here to that proper matter that I change it to. If I just change the doc type, or the author or the typist or whatever other fields you may have in here, it's just simply going to record and change that information along with the description up here. You could also add comments. Maybe you want to get back into the profile and add some comments for this document. All you need to do is just come in, return, and type your comments at that point. That's something very common that a lot of people will do later, is they save the document, but then later they want to comment on it. So that's fine. You can do that here. And then, of course, down here you can add any categories or you can change them. And you can add multiple categories if you like. Onto that, you can add security. So maybe a document originally came in and it didn't have security, or maybe didn't need it, or you didn't think it did, and it does. So you can always go back into that, edit that particular profile information or metadata, and you can go ahead and you can add that security. You can also just make any other changes here that you need, and then just update that. So I'm not really going to move this or change anything. I guess I could put something in here as you know, a test comment or something. But there we go, and I'm going to update that particular file. So I didn't move it to another location or anything like that. I just added a comment. So very easily, by clicking on that little button up here, once the document is highlighted, you can go ahead and change that profile information, reprofile it to the proper location, add any information that was missing to begin with, or any additional information that you want to add after the fact, all on that one screen, and you can update that and it will change it.
Do me a favor, Mary Jo, go into Scooby-Doo on direct access.
Okay. Yep.
And let's move one, because this is so confusing to me, and I know it's confusing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yep. So let's go into Scooby, and let's take this document right here, and let's go ahead, and I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to move it out to...
Purdue Law, maybe. Or...
Yeah, let's do that. Purdue Law is probably right here. And I'm going to update this. So right away, it's going to ask me if I want to move it, which, yeah, of course I do.
Well, no, I don't. I just
don't
want to
wanna
change. I just want to change the client. I don't want to move it. That's so confusing to people. They don't understand. They're not quite, thinking about it, that you're moving it from one folder to another. Mm-hmm. It doesn't ask if you want to move it if you change the doc type or the author. Why is it asking now? Because it really does have to move it. Mm-hmm. So that's a little confusing to begin with, and what she's about to show you is even more confusing when you get done.
Yeah, I think this part's pretty, for me, I know that if I put it under the wrong client or the wrong matter, I know I have to move it out of here and move it to the right one. Mm-hmm. So that makes a little more sense to me. I'm understanding a little better that I need to move it from one client matter to another client matter. But then
so what she's really saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that she's
Paul
smarter
gets a little
than
more
I
confused
am.
Than
I get a little more confused.
But he's going on vacation, so it's okay. So here we go. We've got this box that pops up. And this does confuse people a lot because it's now asking, do I want to open a new tab listing for the moved file? Well, what does that mean, right? I've moved this file. It's correct. But why is it asking me if I want to open this new tab listing? So let's say that I had reprofiled 20 documents here, and I wanted to move them all to this new matter, and then I wanted to actually go over to that new matter and see those 20 documents in the new location. That's basically what this is asking. Do I want to go see that document, that moved document, in its new location? If I say yes, it's going to open a new tab and show me the document where I've now moved it to. If I say no, it's just simply going to close my window. That document is going to be gone, and I'm going to say yes just to show you what it will look like. So there's my new tab, the Move tab. It's showing me where that document now lives. So it's now underneath that particular one, and I could get a whole list to make sure I moved them all if I did. Then when I close it, I'm just back to my other client, and I've moved that document. There's another one. I've got several different flight information under Scooby. I don't know why, but that's there. So these are all probably sample documents that we had. So that's where those are, and that's how you can just edit the profile on anything that you've currently saved, either incorrectly or just to add information.
So I'm going to talk about what to do to drill down on search. Let's say we go and we're going to search the client file for any document that has the word pickle. And we find 67 documents, and we're like, oh gosh, I didn't really expect there to be so many pickles in this document that I'm finding, or in these search results. How do I narrow this down? Well, of course, one way to narrow it down is to simply close this search and start over and be more specific. But a lot of times, that really requires a bit of thinking. Well, I want pickle and the word Purdue, but really I just want to take these documents. I've already searched for the word pickle. I just want to find which of these documents that have the word pickle in them also have the word Purdue in them. Now again, I can simply start over, or I can do something a little weird. Why is it a little weird? Well, I'm going to go ahead and start a new search. That's weird right there because you're thinking, no, I want to modify my current search. Nope, we're going to start a new search. And when it says, and we're going to still search clients, and when it says search what, if you say, where is it? Thank you. I'm more confused. I'm more confused sometimes than Mary Jo. If I say current list and then type the word Purdue here, it's only going to search these 67 or however many documents it already found for the word Purdue. Now, one thing that I want to point out about this is there are certain times when it makes sense to start a new search, and there are certain times when this is actually a lot quicker. For instance, what's happening here is, since it has a list of 67 documents on the screen, it can't use the indexes anymore to search for the documents that have pickle and Purdue, because now it's searching just through these 67 documents. And so it's got to look at each document, and it's actually, since I told it to search for something in the text, It's actually got to look at the text for each of these documents, not using the indexes. So if you had 1,000 records that you found that had the word pickle, and now you want to look for Purdue, you're better off to just start over and type Purdue and pickle in the text search. And I guess I'm finding right now, based on what I found in my results for pickle, that it might have been a good idea to do that. Of course, I knew that this was going to happen, and I wanted to use it to distinguish between when to start a new search and when to simply let it search the current results. Mary Jo's laughing at me. So search and starting a new search with the current list on your screen, and then specifying search what current list, and then typing what you want to drill down on, can be very effective to narrow a small set of results. It's also very effective to allow you to simply go in and drill down, and then drill down a little further, and then drill down a little further, and then drill down a little further until you get the 2 documents that you're looking for. It is not effective when you have a large number or when the documents that you're searching are large. Now, one thing to keep in mind, the reason that this is taking so long is that one of these documents is particularly large. In fact, the 59th document was large as well, and the 60th document is large. And so what it's, and I am searching for a word in the document. It's a lot easier and a lot faster if what I'm searching for is not a specific word, but is instead a specific piece of metadata. If I took this same search for results of 67 documents that contain the word pickle and said, I only want the ones that have Paul Purdue as the author, or I only want the ones that have this certain category tagged, or I only want the ones that have a certain document type, that's going to be much quicker than it having to search these 67 documents for something that's in the text in the document. So, okay, so here now we have the documents that have the word pickle and the word Purdue in them. Again, still not the smallest list in the world. So if I now go to search and start a new search and go back to clients and tell it to search my current list and search for, and I'm going to cross my fingers here, and search for something that has a doc type of, oh, I don't know, what kind of doc types do we have in here? Yeah, let's say consultation. That's going to be pretty quick, because that's not having to look at words within the 67 files, or probably was narrowed down to more like 40 or 35. So, to summarize, you do your first search based on words in the document. Words in the document, text and file. Then, if you need to narrow down on things like who was the author, what was the doc type, what was the category, was it for a certain client, those sorts of things it can search within the current list very quickly for. But if the next thing that you want to focus on to filter is going to be another word that appears in the file, you're better off to start over and just say pickle and Purdue, okay? So rule of thumb, if it's metadata that you're searching for and you really just want to refine the current search and search for a certain doc type, go ahead and do a new search, current list, search for, put the doc type in, and it'll very quickly take you there without you having to go back out and redo the search. And then you can say, oh, okay, well, there's 57 of them that are doc type pleading. How many of them were written by Paul Purdue? Okay, now how many of them were for this client regardless of matter? Okay, there it is. That's the one I'm looking for. So when you're narrowing and then narrowing some more and then narrowing some more and then narrowing some more, this is very, very effective. Just not if what you're searching for on the narrowing is full text. And that's that. Next month, we are going to talk about the many different ways, or at least the 2 or 3 different ways to attach documents to an email. There's always confusion at client sites that we go to, whether we inherit them or we put the software in ourselves. People are always confused about the different ways to attach documents to an email. Mary Jo is going to take that topic. And I'm going to talk about creating search templates. Some people know how to do it, some people don't. We usually set them up for people, so a lot of people don't know that they can create additional search templates. I'm going to talk about how that's done. And of course, it wouldn't be a virtual user group meeting from Attorney Computer Systems unless I took you to attorneycomputersystems.com, and notice that emphasis. I didn't really emphasize it very much, did I, Mary Jo? Attorneycomputersystems.com. Notice that emphasis on that last S. It has to be there. Click on the word videos. Click right on the word, and it'll take you to a list of all 6 of our video titles. 4 of them are live events. 2 of them are pre-recorded. You are currently in one of 3 virtual user group meetings that we give. We have, of course, Worldox, but we also have Tabs 3 and Practice Master. Those are all usually on the last Monday of the month, but did I mention I'm going on vacation, so this one's on the first Monday of the month. We also have our live event, the Coffee Pot webinar series, where each month I take somebody that comes from a company that offers a product that adds value to either Tabs 3, Practice Master, or Worldox. I invite them in to show their product and talk about it and how people can get it and what benefit it adds. That is another live event. And then we have our pre-recorded videos. We have Mary Jo's eBytes video series. She records 3 of these each month, 1 on Tabs, 1 on Practice Master, 1 on Worldox. These are just short little things that we know we can explain concisely in 2 or 3 minutes that we think everybody should know about because they're so cool. Then the longer format Paul and Mary Jo show is kind of the same concept, but it's for topics that take a little bit longer to explain. We only record 1 of these a month, and I will sometimes do them, and Mary Jo will sometimes do them. But these go into greater detail and take a deeper dive into a broader topic, spending 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes on a single topic. If you click on one of the live events, like the Worldox Virtual User Group Meeting, you will find information on that event, that title itself, information on when the next one is, if it's a live event, links to register, 2 of them that will take you to exactly the same place. And as you scroll down, you will find recorded versions of every other live event that we've hosted in that particular topic, that particular title, ever. So we have about 850, 900 videos on our site. It grows by 10 or 11 every month. So we have an ever-expanding video library that is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, except when, Mary Jo? When we have leap year. See, sometimes I'm sharper than you. I'm sorry, a little punchy at the end of the day here. Everybody have a good rest of the day and a good rest of the month, and we will see you in September. Thanks much. Bye-bye.